Spectacle. That's the word that comes to mind when playing this game. Cygni, or Cygni, however you pronounce it, is a top-down, shoot-'em-up, bullet hell, space shooter, whatever you want to call that genre. It's being published by Konami, and I had no idea this was even a thing, and it was a complete surprise when I ran into it. The game is visually impressive with really great explosions and just overall a lot of color on the screen. Looking back at the footage, I would have a hard time calling the game beautiful, even though when I was playing, I remember thinking, this looks fantastic. But to be fair, I think that's partially because you really have no time to look at anything while you're playing. You're so focused on trying not to get yourself blown up. But overall, I would say the game does look pretty good. What was impressive, though, are the enemies. In particular, the enemies that move between ground and air. I really enjoyed this, and it also made for some interesting gameplay as you had to switch from your ground weapons to your air weapons. And that is something I want to call out here. This is not as simple as it appears. You have the ability to do things like swap power from your shields to your weapons, and from your weapons back to your shields, which I did entirely wrong throughout all the gameplay you see. On the gamepad, you can also hold the left trigger to target ground units, and then you can use X, or at least that's what it was on an Xbox gamepad, which allow you to kind of swap the fire pattern. Another button will let you switch to homing, and another one lets you do lock-on to different enemies, which I'm pretty sure I also used incorrectly all the way throughout. Overall, it felt like there were a lot of tools at your disposal, and it also felt like you were going to need those tools, as this was not an easy game, at least not on the default difficulty. I wouldn't say that it looks too hard, but it does look like it's going to force you to get to know all of those different systems and how to use them and when to use them. If this is your kind of game, this should absolutely be on your radar. Unless you have issues with motion sickness like I do. After about 25 minutes, I couldn't play it anymore, and honestly, even watching some of the footage that I had captured, I'm a little nauseous all over again. I think a lot of that has to do with the screen shake, which seems to be happening throughout the entire game. Unfortunately, I did not check to see if that could be turned off or on before uninstalling. I wish I would have, but I don't know that I actually could have had myself play any more of it anyway, as it did get pretty bad after that 25 minutes. So I do recommend checking out this game if you enjoy shooters like this and you don't have any issues with motion sickness. Also, let me know in the comments if you found anything in this Next Fest worth checking out. If you enjoyed the video, maybe like or subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy Next Fest.